Bravest killed in the line of duty. Veteran firefighter Jesse Gerard collapsing at his firehouse last night during a 24-hour shift and dying. This happening one day after battling a house fire in Queens. He was on the front lines of that fire, pushing his way into the burning home. Stacey Sager's live outside the firehouse where Gerard worked in Far Rockaway. Stacey.
Well, Sade, he was a 7-year veteran who loved this job, and he was certainly working a very long shift here last night when he collapsed at his firehouse and he died. It is a shift that is permitted under the firefighter's contract, but still today, immense grief and so many questions.
The work continued today for members of Ladder Company 134, despite their incredible burden of grief. The loss of one of their own, firefighter Jesse Gerhard, only 33 years old, who collapsed right here at the firehouse late last night.
One of his brothers found him, and they started working on him immediately. They did a tremendous job.
But no one could save his life. Eyewitness News now confirming Gerhard was working a 24-hour tour when he collapsed, and that was on the heels of a demanding fire here on Beach Channel Drive on Tuesday. Gerhard working what's called the irons position.
It was a very hot and smoky fire. There was a lot of fire on multiple floors of the building. And it's a very, strenuous position to be in. Today, people came to the firehouse to pay their respects at a time when the pandemic has made the work even harder.
The fire happened in our neighborhood. We're in shock. My office, we've seen a spike in fires.
Gerhard also served as a volunteer firefighter in Islip, where he grew up for years. Overnight, cameras were rolling for the procession in which his body was taken from the hospital to the medical examiner's office, as investigators begin to ask many difficult questions.
What happened at the fire? Did he take in smoke? Did he work too hard? Did he work too long? He worked, came back to work the next morning, and then was working overtime last night. So, putting in tremendous amount of hours.
But those who knew him best telling us this type of work was his lifelong dream.
He is exactly what we would want an FDNY member to be.
And Gerhard began his career in EMS before fighting fires. He is survived by his parents and his brother. No word yet on whether he volunteered for that 24-hour shift or if he was asked to work it. But either way, as we say, he is permitted under the contract to work that shift. The medical examiner is still to determine his exact